be. So we can be as loose as we want to be, or more refined. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Which is really nice, right? It's one of the nice things about this process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's Friday evening, so
yeah,
let's get loose.
All right. Let's keep it loose.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's have some co-creation fun.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, Eric, what are we doing here in front of this black, canvas and stuff?
It's black for now, but in a brief moment it will be all kinds of colors and flowers and flair. And we're in the bunker at the node, underground Sergels Torg.
Yeah, and one of the things that we really love is this idea of free painting. The intention isn't to do like a finished work of art, it's just to have fun, let the expression come out. And UV is a great way to do that because it's playful. You do it at night sometimes, it can be part of a party or even a corporate event. A lot of companies are getting us in to do stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot of potential with this kind of work, right?
And that's what we do here. I mean, we both are adults, but we like to channel our inner children and just having a good time. This is a way of hanging out. I mean, painting together, especially if you're not, if there is someone new you don't really know that much, it's a great icebreaker to just meet at the canvas and get the juice going.
All right, so let's do some painting.
Yes.
All right. So the first thing we're doing is making a palette, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna start with this. Is this orange? Oh, I love orange color. I'm gonna go for orange.
I shot for blue today.
You're feeling blue?
Why do you think you're drawn to orange?
I don't know. It's one of my favorite colors. You know, I think
it stands for creativity, right?
I think it stands for creativity. Also stands for, strangely, for confinement. That's why a lot of confinement is monks. A lot of times they have orange robes because it means that they're kind of concentrating their energy.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take some blue too. Right?
Go for it.
Blue and orange.
I think I'll go with the. No, not red. I think actually some pink. I think that could be. Yeah.
You're gonna go for this. I love pink too.
And if you blend blue and pink, it turns purple, and purple is nice.
Purple's good. All right, let's go with that. Oh yeah, this one might be blocked, but that one looks pretty. Oh, you got it?
Got it.
Got pink. Oh, here we go. Squeeze something out. This doesn't look. Is that pink?
I think so. Yeah. Red, I think.
Red.
Yeah, so it's quite similar to
the pink orange.
Yeah.
All right, let's squeeze some out anyway. All right.
And I usually like to start with a bigger brush to just start with a loose first layer and just flow around. Because as always when we paint, especially when I paint myself, I try to keep the expectations and demands away and just start. If I have an idea before, then I start creating these expectations, I have an image in my head, and it always turns bad, I think. Not bad, but it doesn't live up to the image I have, and then I get disappointed. Yeah. So, but when I don't have an image beforehand, I cannot be disappointed.
All right.
Yeah?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's just go.
Let's go.
I like that philosophy. Just see what happens. Look at that.
Yeah, no rules.
No rules. One of the things when we first started doing these intuitive paintings is that sometimes you do feel like, oh, I just made something nice, and then the other person comes in and they go over it, and you're like, that's part of the process.
Yes.
Don't get stuck on anything.
And exactly, see your partner's work as a beginning of something new. So let's see here. You see something here?
Oh.
Continue here. Maybe that can lead to something.
Oh yeah. I'll do something over here. And just
Nice. Oh, you turned it into a person.
Oh,
I see humans everywhere when I paint.
Yeah.
Always end up
Humans or aliens?
humans, right? Yeah. So basically,
I've seen your paintings.
yeah. So basically, creatures.
Creatures, yeah.
Yes.
Creatures.
Nice.
And so, of course, we're going to talk a little bit later, but with the Creative Club, it's not just painting, right? There's all kinds of stuff that, the Creative Club is offering. It's not just painting workshops. It just happens to be that you and I are both painters, but there's all kinds of stuff going down, right?
Yeah, like music and fashion, other areas too, but for me it's something extra powerful with painting, because everybody can do it. I even heard about an organization in Stockholm called something like mouth and toe painters, because they have no arms, but they still paint.
Paint with their mouths.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I have had so many workshops when people come to the canvas and say, no, I'm not a painter, I'm not an artist. Because that's a misunderstanding that people think that you have to be born an artist or you have to have the creative gene, but everybody has it. And especially for painting, I mean, look at this. We just started and we floated away.
And
it's
there we
so
go.
intuitive. Yeah. You can just jump in and go.
Yeah, and right now it's looking brilliant, man.
Exactly. So powerful. And this is a journey. We're just in the beginning of this journey.
Yeah, I mean, we can keep going over it and over it again and again too if we wanted to.
Exactly, layer on layer on layer.
Yeah.
But I think that's the difference if you compare, for instance, painting with creating music. That's, when you create music, it's a bit of a hurdle. I mean, it's...
If it's going to sound pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have this sort of learning period before you can really, get going. But with painting, you could just start.
Yeah. It's interesting, huh?
And like you said, it will sound terrible in the beginning when you create music, and it hurts your ears. But I mean, this isn't like the best painting we have made, but it doesn't hurt our eyes. I mean,
no.
I think that's a big difference too.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just like you don't have to understand what it is, right? There's more of an understanding for abstract painting than there is for abstract music. That's for sure, right?
Yeah.
We can make fart sounds too. Fuck.
It's a bit messy.
It's messy. Painting is a messy business.
Okay, another alien incoming.
Oh yeah,
or something.
Yeah, we're into these squiggle things right now. I feel that in circles, right? That's one of the motifs.
Circle of life.
Circle.
Maybe it's you and me here now.
Oh my God, yeah.
And this is the fun thing with painting. It's so, especially when we do it like this, when we don't have a plan beforehand, then the subconscious takes over.
That's true, yeah.
So maybe we're subconsciously painting ourselves here. This could be a self-portrait.
Oh yeah, it's my conscious movement of giving you a little hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no!
Oh, here's a snake.
Oh, there's a snake there. Look at that.
Yeah.
And the thing is this isn't just the kind of thing you can do with kids, right? It's obviously, when we were kids, we were doing finger painting and all kinds of stuff, and those things are also fun too, right? Because it's very, very hands-on, very visceral,
intuitive.
But you can do this at any age, and there's a certain joy that you can get out of this, right?
Yeah.
No matter who you are, if you just open a little bit, then this can be fun.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most beautiful things with our previous events, that there are some kids, 5 years old, and they're also seniors, like 70 plus, and there are people from all kinds of backgrounds, and this is so universal.
Yeah.
And you're never too old or anything to do it and enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna take some more of this and do some crazy shit. Some more of this orange stuff.
Oh wow, look, it's your half now.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's starting to look fancy, huh? Wait, I want to give it like this some blind.
Oh.
The blind paint
Oh, let's do
test.
some blind painting.
Blind painting. We'll see how this looks. So it really is like, let's see what happens when we blindly paint.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This could lead to the power of the random. You know, we might paint something now that, whoa, this could lead to something else, which leads to something else, and then suddenly, whoa, magic happened.
Exactly. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Not so good. Alright, just give it one of those.
Maybe try something on the horizontal.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be a foundation or a land or something.
Yeah.
Make it more 3D.
Yeah, and we're not thinking right now about anything other than whatever comes up, right? That's the nice thing. Oh, you can also use words like, if you want, you can type in, wow.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Do that.
And I can extend that a bit.
Yeah. Type in
Right.
things like that. Type in, companion, whatever
Wow.
you want, right?
Wow is the word for this.
Wow.
Magic. I'll type magic.
Magic is good. We like a little magic.
This is magic.
I think it's beautiful.
I think I will have some white maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna go for white, but then I realized it's like gotta be cleaned off, so I gave up. I was like, oh. Oh, you got the nice sound going.
Yeah.
Some white. Oh, I want some more blue.
Paint jar farts.
Paint farts.
Paint farts.
There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom.
And you've taken to this UV stuff a lot, right? This is like one of your favorite mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are almost like insects, us humans. We follow the light, you know, light and sounds.
Yeah.
But it's something about, not sure if it translates to the video now, because that's one sad thing with UV. It's hard to really, present it afterwards. It looks much more powerful in real life.
Yeah.
But it does something to people, the UV.
Yeah.
This is once I started that one time, every client wanted to paint in UV.
Yeah.
Because it's get drawn into it, it creates more layers in a painting, more 3D vibe.
Yeah. And also you realize that you're not trying to make it something, right? It's just like there's a freedom in it, You're not thinking, oh, this has to look like this or look like that. It's just like in the night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think about UV?
I think it's
drawing.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's very good when you're at like a corporate event or when you work with kids or things like that because it's so playful, and it's also good if you're, in a location where there's like a, party going on or something like that. It can be it's very festive. Right?
Very festive, that's the word.
Yeah, festive, yeah. And I think that's good because the whole idea with what we're trying to do with this particular activity is to be festive, is to be, free up your creativity and let things just happen. There we go.
Exactly. And for me, just like you said, let things happen. It doesn't have to be a goal or a certain way to create it, and just being in the moment. I mean, that's why for me it's therapy to paint.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of things going on in my life. Sometimes it can be very stressful, and I can worry about the future. But once I start flowing at the canvas, everything just disappears. And for me, that's the biggest power of painting. It's like an escape from everything. And you get recharged afterwards.
Yeah. All right, I think this is a great, example of what we're up to.
Yeah.
Maybe what we can do is just reconnect, and then we can, just finish this off, and then we can, for now, and then we can do a little talk.
Yeah.
Right?
And maybe come back later for this, because that's the thing. Now it might look like some crazy circus here, but afterward, if we study this painting later, like, oh, this looks like an horizon, this looks like this, and this looks like that, and then we could just continue layer on layer on layer until we are happy with it.
Yeah, right. So we can let it dry, and then we can paint over it and over it and over it until we are happy with it and be as refined as we want to be. So we can be as loose as we want to be, or more refined. Doesn't matter. Yeah, which is really nice, right? It's one of the nice things about this process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's Friday evening, so
yeah,
let's get loose.
All right. Let's keep it loose.
Keep it loose.
Looks great. I love it. There we go. Well, let's sign it here. That's good. We'll sign it here. Gary.
A G and
G,
and I take the E over.
Take the E. Yeah.
Over here.
Nice. There we go.
Cool.
Boom.
Boom. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was good.
All right.
Feels good.
Yeah.
All right. So Erik, here we are. We're down in the basement of the node where we've been painting for the last few hours. And today we thought we would just talk about like free creativity and what it means to be an intuitive painter a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. And the power of painting. And I mean, we both had like stressful days today. We had a lot of different meetings and all, and myself, I was so mind scattered. Then we started painting, and I immediately felt like my shoulders came down, and we were just two children playing around, and it was so nice.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things about intuitive painting is that you free yourself. And it's not meant to be like a good painting. It's not meant to do anything other than allow yourself to connect to that inner child.
Yeah.
And a lot of people talk about their inner child and how important it is to like work with that, to feel well and everything like that. And one of the direct things that we can do is actually take out something like paint and just go for it.
Yeah, and I think so many people grew up painting, so most people have it in us. That's why it's so easy to get started, because you have already done it. It's in your muscle memory or in your subconscious almost, and it's so easy. I mean, you can't get it wrong. Like we did here, we just floated around, and like you said, the most important thing isn't the actual result. I mean, I had a great time. I got energized, and I got loose, and so that's why I do it. I mean, for me, it's therapy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And like you said, also the intuitive part, I think that's also very powerful. It's connecting to your inner self somehow. And when I paint intuitively, I feel like my subconscious come out to the canvas. So I get to know myself better in some way. I can see, like if I'm in a bad state, or if I had a bad day or a bad couple of days, it's like dark colors, and it's sharp, and it's I can tell by looking at the canvas how I feel. The other way around, if I'm having a good time, like a good couple of days behind me, it's a lot of smooth movements, and it's shiny light colors, and so like they say, one picture says more than 1,000 words, and this is really true here.
And this is one of the reasons why you even got into painting in any case, right? You were doing like, tech entrepreneur stuff and creating businesses and all this kind of thing. And you were like, hold on a minute, I just need to find some creativity in my life. And then all this started to come out. And then you started, of course, finding a new way to make business, but from a whole new perspective. And it was the freedom of the painting that was really one of the things behind that, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 years ago. Like you said, I was a stressed out tech entrepreneur, working all the time. I could never really relax. But even when I was off work, I was thinking about it, and I couldn't sleep at night, and my health was terrible because I didn't sleep. I was just a zombie. And then I randomly tried painting. It was like, my father came with his old stuff, like, you take over now. So I'm like, okay, I haven't done this in 20 years, but let's give it a go. And like I said, it was so relieving, so liberating, because the free creativity which was present in the beginning of my tech company, the first year was so free and creative, but this was year 3 or 4, I think, and all the creativity was gone, so I wasn't able to express myself anymore in my work. So that night, when I was just free flowing at the canvas, because I didn't know anything, so I just started, and something happened and I got stuck for hours. And after that, I slept like a child. I was so like all my stress, all my worries, or everything just went out from my body and hit the canvas, I feel like. So that's after that, it was like a awakening for me that night. So that's how it started for me.
Yeah, and one of the things that you've talked about when it comes to the Creative Club itself is that there's an element of this combination of well-being, wellness, and creativity that are combined. And of course, a lot of people have heard of like, art therapy and all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't even have to go that far. It could be, an after work where you're doing something creative, or it could be going down to the ceramic place and doing ceramics, or it could be coming to like one of the events that you are putting together. The idea is not like to like therapize you. That could be an avenue to take, right? But it's more like just open up this whole inner child thing and just let it out, whatever it might be that day. Then you can go deeper in different directions if you want to, right?
Yeah, interesting to say that, because therapy is it's a strong word, it's a heavy word. Like, I have to really work with myself intensively now. So a lot of people, myself included, are like, no, let's not open that door. But while we're painting, or like I said, other things, can be creating Christmas decorations or whatever, just doing something creatively without any purpose or any goals. That's therapy, and without even knowing it. And I realized that for instance, the company events we are doing for team building events and stuff like that. It's usually on Fridays, people are tired of a long week and they are stressed out, and you can see it in them afterwards, like this was therapy. Their shoulders are lowering and they're smiling, they're not worrying, and so it's, like I said, it's therapy without being therapy.
For me, it's like, I also think, so that therapy thing is like a big piece of the whole thing, like in that it's not therapy, but it is therapy at the same time, or therapeutic, right?
Therapeutic, yeah.
And the other thing it is for me, I mean, because like I've been, let's say, an artist and an illustrator for a while, and I've built up, a technique and all this kind of stuff. And when I do something like this kind of co-creation thing, it's a chance to like release even that, like even release the painting techniques and all of the hours and training and making things look a certain way, unlearn all this kind of stuff. That's one huge part, which is so helpful even for, let's say, professional artists. But then the other thing that I even find is even more important for me is the connection to the other people that I'm working with. So one of the things I really like is when we're sharing the canvas, because it sort of breaks all the things down, and also you get interaction with someone else. You're close and talking to them. A lot of times, especially if regardless of what we're doing, it could be at work, or it could be alone as an artist or writer or whatever. I'm alone doing my stuff, but when we're doing this kind of stuff, it's like an interaction.
Exactly.
And the painting itself becomes a kind of like a self-creation. So we enter this liminal state where we're away from our conscious mind and just going in, and we're feeling off each other.
Exactly. You can't be conscious too much, because in like 2 minutes your mate might paint over it. So it's not reasonable to spend a lot of time to make it the perfect object or the perfect sunset or whatever, because it's just a play, and which takes away all expectations and demands, and like you say, it's a way of hanging out. It's a way of getting know the other person better, and it's easier to to talk and get to know each other while you're having a brush in your hand. It takes the sort of the social pressure off. I feel like you're doing something while you're talking, and I also realized in those events or afterwards that people drink less. They don't need that kind of reality escape, or what do you call it? The painting is the reality escape somehow.
Yeah, you get kind of absorbed in the creation, right? And then you're working away, doing your thing, and then hours goes by, 2 hours go by. You haven't thought about drinking or anything. You just in this kind of world of creation, right? And it is beautiful. It's a beautiful place to end up in for a little while.
Yeah, time doesn't exist. It's like it's only now. We are here and now. It's so powerful, I think.
Yeah.
But back to your journey, I'm a little bit curious because you're a professional artist. So I'm more curious to hear the transition to go from really the professional side and to this playful, meaningless side of creativity.
Yeah, I mean, we all, obviously, like you said, we all started out as children, being, playful and creative. And then we learn a craft, and then that craftsmanship can be a certain freedom and create a certain kind of, look, and we have a certain facility, and that gives us a kind of a way of expressing ourselves. And there's a beauty in that, but then there's also a beauty in the time where we let all that go for a little while. And it doesn't mean that we're seeking a new style or anything like that, but what it can do is just using the same material open up new avenues, And I think for me, one of the big things is that it's about the connection more than it is about actually the painting. I can release my expectations, I can release my feelings of making this good or anything, and just say, oh, I'm with you, we're doing this thing, we're letting it go, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just to get in touch with ourselves and with each other.
Yeah, because we have so many goals in life and so many to-do lists, and everything matters all the time. So it's so relieving to just do something that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To just be free, completely free.
And it's a great warm-up if I'm painting, to do something that's totally just moving the body and letting things go. And it's also a great way to let off steam at the end of the day if you've been working with something else, right? We found with people that we've presented this kind of material to, if they've had the whole day in an office, and then they come, you always wear these nice overalls, so you put their overalls on and off they go, or their old t-shirt, and off you go, and you're just painting away, and it's I let go of all that stuff, And, obviously things like the gym or going out for a run or something are important, but this is a different kind of, a different kind of connection that you make when you're
it's like a gym for your soul.
Yeah,
almost.
Exactly.
Like you're feeding your soul.
Yeah.
You feel good afterwards.
Yeah.
It feels like it is meaningful, while it, at the same time, is meaningless.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter at all.
No.
It's meaningless.
Yeah.
But the process was meaningful.
Yeah.
Because we got relieved and the stress went out the body, and so that's interesting. It's meaningful and meaningless at the same time.
Yeah, it's like the yin and the yang.
Yeah. Speaking of that, do you see any similarities with the yoga world? I mean, you have a long experience as a yoga teacher, and the philosophical side of it.
Yeah. In fact, I've taught a few workshops called Art and Asana, where I bring in the kind of representation of the body, specifically the body, into making some kind of co-creative art. And I think that there really is a connection, because yoga itself, on the first level, is this kind of physical thing where we're doing this thing for our body. But then in really the next level of yoga would be linking the breath to that movement and creating that kind of connection to the nervous system. And then the third, let's say, level, or a third level, could be the connection from the breath into the sort of meditative state, right?
Yeah.
So we move from the body deeper and deeper into the self. And in the same way, we do that with the painting. We start out with this expression, using our body, And then as we start, especially with the co-creative type painting, if we're working with someone else, we're working in kind of communion with someone else, and it can be
collective effort.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the nicest things about this process. And yoga itself, when we're practicing, let's say in a yoga studio, it can be very like oriented, especially because you have your mat and that's like your area, your space. But with this, we're crossing into other people's space, and in a sense, there's a little bit more freedom. If you were like going to do like, let's say, a game of Twister at a yoga studio, it would be like, whoa, that's going too far.
My mat, my comfort zone.
So this is actually a different experience, but with the intention of going deeper in a different way and connecting with other people in a different way.
Exactly. I can feel like the end goal or the end state is sort of the same, because I'm married to a yoga teacher myself, and she is in the third state, what do you call it? She's done it for such a long time. She's so in tune in it. So for her, it's so free now. So it's so creative. She's using her body as a canvas almost, trying new things, experiment, explore. So it feels like it's kind of similar. It's reaching this meditative state and reaching the subconscious and being here and now. And of course, different outputs and different expressions, but for me, it's like quite similar.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me, because I know Josephine and I know the yoga journey, and then when you become like to that level of, let's say, yoga, it becomes about an expressiveness in the body, and then it gets into more things like movement. So you separate yourself from, let's say, the strict yoga practice, Ashtanga yoga or something like that, Hatha yoga, and you expand into this kind of whole body movement. And if we look at, there's a famous statue, if you've ever seen a yoga thing, it's called Shiva Natarajan, the dancer, Shiva, and it's in a lot of yoga studios, this guy, and he's like this, and basically that's yoga, like that's really this kind of connection, right, to the divine energy. And if we get there through movement, and sometimes, in yoga we have to go into those levels, but with the painting, it's more immediate and visceral. Maybe because it's the connection to the eyes. I don't know the exact reason, but there is definitely there's an immediacy in painting that brings you deeper to that in that.
Exactly, like a short track. Because Josephine, she's spent years and years reaching this level. Like now she has such a body control and she knows her body and how to move it, how to do different things with her body, but that took years. But with painting, we could go out on Sergels Torg and just drag a random person in here, and that person could find that mojo immediately. Which is, for me, is the power of painting. And I said power of painting several times. There are many different things that are powerful with painting. Apparently. I love painting.
So and that's one of the interesting things that when we were talking earlier, but maybe we could say that again, is this idea that you can do many different practices in terms of the creative club. You're kind of opening the doors to all kinds of stuff, DJing and dancing and clothing and, all kinds of things that people are coming in doing stuff, musicians and all kinds of things that you want to open the door to. But in a sense, painting is the most visceral, immediate, easy to access. You just get in there and boom, you make something. Everyone can make a mark, and then when you do that, then things start to open up.
And especially when we're doing it together, because then we inspire each other, and it's sort of a fusion of our minds. Like you and me, we paint differently. So you will paint in one way, and I will paint in another way. And when we blend those different minds, it turns into some sort of super mind. And especially now we're two, we can be 10, and we can be 50. I think the record for my event at least is 300 at one. Not at the same time, but during one event. 300 people at one canvas can be a bit tight. But, then for me it's magic happening. When you blend all those minds together, like co-creation magic.
I've done some events where we're painting like this. and then I get people they start doing like something themselves, and then they're going to share it with someone else. And then a lot of times people show someone else, they walk around the room intuitively, and then they show someone else, and it's the same kind of image. And you're like, whoa, you know, how could you and some other person across the room create something and then find each other and you share a thing, and you're like, this is so similar, and you switch and then you work on it more. And it's like, there's like a connection that comes. Yeah, it's kind of
like
beautiful.
we're all connected.
Yeah, it's very
Now we're getting
interesting.
deep here.
Yeah.
Do you think we're all connected? We are all one entity.
We are all one consciousness in play.
Is that Carl Jung, whose theory about the collective consciousness?
Collective consciousness.
The collective subconscious. Yeah, unconscious. Yeah. That was somewhere deep inside. We are all we are sharing some sort of database or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the mushrooms in the forest. Like those connections underground. You know.
Or like the AI.
Yeah.
Who is a good painter, by the way.
Yeah. What do you think about AI art?
What do I think? Yeah. Well, that's another topic. We can have another whole session on AI art. We could do that another time, I think, because it's like a very big topic. Yeah. But you know, anything goes. If the AI wants to paint, it should feel creative to paint.
Exactly. But I have a shorter answer for it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Yeah. Because I want to do it myself.
Yeah, but there's no stopping you, right? That's the thing. So
nothing against AI art in general, but for me, I don't like doing it. I like to get messy and flow around and create my own art.
Yeah, and you should and could.
Yeah, that's a therapy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know, if you use AI as a helpful tool, why not? You know, we're using all kinds of tools. And then if AI ever gets like consciousness and decides that it wants to make art, then go for it. And who's to determine what looks good? I mean, it can do something like photorealistic a lot easier than, let's say, you could or I could. But at the same time, you know, who cares? We want to create something that comes from us. Yeah. You know, that's the whole point.
I mean, for the creative process.
Yeah, and even if it's just fun, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can't have fun watching someone else do something. I find I can't even watch sports, right? And I'm like, oh my god, I can't watch the sport anymore. I gotta go do something. Yeah.
Nice. Art thinking.
You know, art thinking, the whole idea behind art thinking, and this is a great example of it, is that, you know, when we approach anything that we want to solve or anything that we want to do, if we start to open up to new possibilities, not just the same old kind of track that we've been in, we start to ask questions, and sometimes those questions are immediate. In other words, like, what happens if I do this? Yeah. You know, and you can do that by playing. Yeah. And I think play is one of the biggest parts of art thinking, and it ties so much into what we would do at the Creative Club, right? Because it's a playful element, experimental, free-flowing, connected with other people. So maybe in the art thinking context, maybe we start like this, and then you and I are having a chat, and then we say, oh, what about XYZ company? And then you're like, yeah, I know this person over there. And before you know it, you're kind of creating a whole thing that can be something else. And that's the kind of way to think about art thinking, is that...
So you can use it in basically any scenario or any workplace or any kind of environment. So this is more like an approach. Instead of having this set goal somewhere in the horizon, we start with the play and experimentation, and we see what it leads to.
Yeah, so like in art thinking, if you were going to do like an art thinking workshop, there's like a structure to it, and one of the first thing is about connecting to each other. And this is true from almost any workshop that we would do on any topic, is that we connect with each other, and we have, of course, there are different games, improvisational games, many things that we do in facilitating workshops. And in art thinking, this is like a perfect idea, because basically what we do is we say, okay, here's a canvas, let's just make something happen. Then people start to loosen up, they connect in a deeper way. And then we say, here's a question for you. Yeah. And then it might be a question about strategy, Exactly. And then how do we apply what's been happening to strategy with what we've been doing in the art. And then it's maybe like, we have to learn to communicate because you're in, whatever, purchasing, and I'm in, finance, and how can we work together in a different way, in the same way we were co-creating. And then it may open a whole new discussion. So art thinking this fits perfectly into that kind of concept, especially in the connection element of it.
Yeah, exactly. It takes off the pressure and also connects you and me. And if we are connected, if I feel that I have a connection to you, I will probably do a better work because I want to do it because you are here and we're bonding. And if you, I mean, on the contrary, if I don't like you or don't know you, it's harder to motivate myself to work.
Definitely, yeah.
And also without this pressure, like it's hard to get anything done if you feel like there's so many demands and so much, like so many things on your shoulders, and just loosening up and enable creativity and productivity.
Yeah, and if you don't know who to go to, now I know I can go to you for this, and it's like, oh yeah, let's go, So it's all connected.
Yeah, we're all connected.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this with me today.
Really did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time doing this painting. I think, one of the things about this whole process is that we could leave this canvas and then later on, tomorrow, whatever, we could just revisit the whole thing. Yeah. And it's part of the whole thing as well, the process as well.
And it's also nice to let it sink in, let it dry, and next time we come here, we might see things like, oh, this is a person, let's create a body to that head, or this is the Eiffel Tower, or this is... We see things differently when we take a pause and come back.
Yeah.
Just layer on layer on layers. Super nice.
Yeah.
That was a great therapy session.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel much more calm now.
Yeah, right. In fact, a creative club art session as opposed to art therapy, right? We're not going... We could go as deep as we want, but we can go as light as we want to.
Yeah, and that's the most powerful thing with the Creative Club, to me at least, that it's so light. Like nobody has to have experience, or it's so just come here, be yourself, and just play. And at every event we had seen so many connections, people finding new friends or collaborators, or maybe they finding a new job at some events, and just this sense of I don't have to act here. I can just be me and vibe.
Yeah.
So that's the tips. If you're having a dinner or something at home, just bring in a blank canvas. That will do wonders for the social power in the room.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice. Thanks for today.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.